everybody, what's going on in the world today? John's almost here, and we got quite a bit of news. We got 5 pages of news of all kinds of cool things that are going to go down. Here are the main topics for this evening, and then, of course, all the other cool stuff we're going to talk about and everything. But we're going to talk about Six Flags New England's Fright Fest. We're going to be talking about Disney and their crazy spending over the next 10 years. Epic Universe update from the CEO of some cool things. We're going to talk about... what was that? Oh, a bear invading Magic Kingdom, Six Flags Magic Mountain delaying Fright Fest attractions, KNoebels ride updates for some rides that are supposed to open this year. We got this weird Universal Orlando like new event. You know how they have like Mardi Gras and Halloween Horror Nights and stuff, and there's a new one about pop culture that could potentially be coming. So hey, what's up, J Kite? What's up, John? What's up, everybody watching? And before John gets here, I'm just going to update you with some quick stuff, like on the music front, because I've been a little quiet with that. Kind of, for those that don't know, don't care, whatever, Dead Inside released at the end of last month when we did Lethal Weekend. It's doing great, a lot better than the first one. Thank you to everybody that's been, listening and showing up, coming to shows and stuff. And with that, there are some shows coming up that I am going to be all over New England. So October 5th, for those in the Holyoke, Springfield area, there's a local haunt out in Holyoke called Demented FX. It's an indoor haunted attraction. I've been to it. I've reviewed it several times, and I know we're going back this year. But a couple blocks away, there's a club. And I'll post the info on the Facebook too, just in case you guys wanna come and check it out. But it is with First Jason. For those who have no idea who First Jason is, First Jason is the guy who actually played Kid Jason in the original Friday the 13th. At the end, when he pops out, grabs the chick in the boat, pulls her in, sucks her into the old lake. He has his own like metal punk band. He plays a guitar. I've played with him New Year's Eve. We're working on an album with the dude, and so that's going to be good. Also, I believe it's October 15th coming around the corner. It's going to be with Ouija Mac. Ouija Mac, associate and used to be on Insane Clown Posse's label. Good dude. I've played with him before. And then also at the end of the month, in Worcester, and that one's in New Hampshire, where we just have to leave the weekend. In the end of the month, I think it's October 28th. There's an old group that's been around since the 90s. They were signed to Def Jam called Flatliners. They were on a soundtrack called like the Fear or whatever it is. Not the Mark Wahlberg Fear movie. There's like this low budget horror movie they were on the soundtrack. That's how I found them back a million years ago, and I loved them ever since. So they are legends in the industry, and for me to be able to play with them, I'm excited. So my October is filling up with goodness. And speaking of that, for those that do not know, I am not working at 13th World this year. I could not 100% commit because of the music. You know what I mean? I got music videos coming up that we're filming. We got all kinds of stuff. So what we're going to do is, when I'm not doing music and I got some time, we are going back to reviewing haunted houses. My wife put together, her list of every weekend, and we're going to go through haunts when I can, and I'm going to review them. So the videos are coming back. I got a list of videos I got to make, and I'm going to start working on them tomorrow. But I got some stuff. I got to do the HHN stuff. Plus we got haunt reviews, and we're going to be doing more stuff than we usually do. So, like I said, it's been slow on the front of not doing a lot of videos, just doing this. Just my time had been taken up, and I just couldn't, I can't 100% commit to even SFNEOnline. I can every week, for most weeks when I'm doing this, and, we're going through the motions. Heavier talks are going on about fixing everything and getting back on the grind. That not the crazy grind when you had 3-4 videos every week, but at least 1 or 2 other videos a week. I'm not trying to kill myself just when I got time, and I can usually make that happen. So Well, I took a while of doing things. So I just wanted to explain myself to everybody before we dive into news and stuff like that. I just wanted to get that little update out to everybody, just so everybody knew. Nothing, you know. Yeah, it's look. And I've told you, Jay, I've told John, I've told Charles, I've told Larry, I've told everybody. If you're waiting on me to do something, it will fail. Do not wait on me. If you got a video ready to rock, you've edited, hand it to me, I'll upload it, and there you go. Sometimes I have issues uploading, I don't know why, but if you wanna, you know what I mean? I think what I'm gonna do is talk in the group probably tomorrow about, I'm going to start dictating jobs to everybody. I'm going to find out what everybody's strength. I'm only going to play to your strengths. I'm not going to have you doing something you're not comfortable with. I'm not going to have you doing something that you don't like to do. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk with everybody. And I'm going to say, this is your job. This is your job. And that's the only thing. You know, when you have time, I'm not saying do it every day. I'm just saying when you got time, that's what you do. You know what I mean? When I got time, I will do stuff. When you have time, J Cut, you could do stuff. Same thing with John. Same thing with Lindsay. Same thing with you know what I mean? Like, whoever's got something that they want to, add to the channel, by all means, hit me up. I don't even care if you're not even in a thing. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm not the boss. You're lucky I'm wandering around almost like a what do you call it? Dementia patient, but it's, I don't want people to have, you know what I mean? Even if you're just a viewer and you're like, hey, I think I can make a video and I want to contribute. That is cool. Whoever does anything gets full, complete credit of whatever. Yeah, headless chicken, dementia patient, whatever. I think here's my thing that I think about when it comes to theme parks. I don't hate theme parks. I know, like, I talk a lot of shit, right, on this channel. And that could be hurting me because I tell you guys how it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to kiss anybody's ass. I'm not in this to become a millionaire, because if that was the case, I would have shut this shit down a long time ago. What I'm trying to do is give anybody that wants to give us the time of day to watch something. We're speaking from the heart. We're speaking from the truth. You know what I'm saying? We are not going to kiss Park's ass. And if that hurts us with Parks, because if you notice, like it's not like when I let me rephrase this, because I think a lot of people think like I absolutely despise Six Flags and is like F Six Flags and all that. That's not the case. Everybody knows that I love Six Flags. Look at the name of the channel, SFNE Online, Six Flags New England Online. I didn't create it. That had to do with AJ and his other buddy back when. I just took it over, and things were going cool, and then music popped back into my life, and then it just, people go in lulls, ups and downs. You know what I mean? You got to do what's right for you, not what's right for me. What's right, you know what I mean? In terms, I got to do what's right for me. You got to do what's right for you. I trash Six Flags because I care. And trust me, I got plenty of trash in tonight because there's some crazy things going on with this pay to skip the line parking shit. Like, why? That's another topic, too. I better write that down because I'm going to forget. Let me just type this down. So I wrote that. Like, I'm tired of nickel and diamond, but I've also come to the point in my life where, yeah, I'm kind of a theme park snob. And what I mean by that is, let me rephrase, like, how I feel about theme parks and why I call myself a snob. Like, when we all started getting into theme park, all of us, every single person, you would go and you would ride everything and you enjoyed, and you count coaster credits and you go from park to park to ride and all that. But my thing is, there are rides out there that are actual, like, torture devices. You know what I mean? Like before Wildcat at Hershey got redone, who the hell wanted to ride that piece of shit? Now I love it because it got redone. It's smooth. It's fun. It's exciting. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm glad that you're going through haunted houses, Jay. I know you were like, very scared, and now you're easing your way in, and that's what I like to see. What's up? Hey, you got your Chucky shirt. Hey, you guys got to see this Chucky shirt. Show them the back. Turn around and show them the back. Look at that. I'm your friend to the end. What does that other say? Oh, ha 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 ha, whatever. And then in the front, look at that, Chucky. I bought him that.
Oh, my legs.
What'd you do?
Just from working at the haunt.
You smell good. You got like a nice scent to you today.
Yeah, I sprayed myself because
You smell good. I know that sounds kind of weird to say that.
I was stinky today. So.
Well, I can imagine. Oh, so, and while we're here, just so while it's on my head, that meeting's tomorrow, right?
Yes.
So I gotta wait for Jess to come home. I may have you pick him up or drop him off, and I'll do the vice versa.
All right.
I just gotta because we're trying to see what's going on Saturday because of the weather. We might do a date night Saturday, or we might do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, but she's just playing it by ear. I'll know later, and then I'll let you know. But
Yeah.
I just, if that was okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting you to pick him up and drop him off, and I know you would, but
I know.
I get it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I know you heard. I said I'm not working there, and now I'm not saying
I am.
he is. He's working at the Cumberland, Rhode Island location.
Put myself through hell and back.
That's what you. Hey, when you're a set leader, that's what you got to do. You got to step up and bring the noise. That's what you got to do. But yeah, so like I say, and for those that haven't been to 13th World in Palmer or Rhode Island, I'm not saying don't go just because I'm not working there.
Go there.
He's work. I mean, even if he wasn't working there, still go there, enjoy yourself, have some fun. You know, we're gonna be. What I'm gonna do is when I know that I'm going to a home, I'm gonna do like what Rez does. Hey, but I'm going to do it that night. Hey, I'm going to blah, 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 blah. Except for one in 13th World. Because I want to try and trick these bitches.
Everything's got to be ready for you.
Yeah, I know, but if you don't know I'm coming...
I'm still taking it.
He's going to have it there every night, not knowing. I could go there opening night. I could go there every night. You don't know.
I know.
Nobody knows when I'm going. But they're doing... Can you tell them? Are you allowed to tell them what... You don't have to go through everything, but the theme and what's...
My set this year is going to be Evil Clowns take over the North Pole, and we kill all the reindeer and Santa Claus, and Cupcake becomes Santa Claus.
Yeah, so you can... That's all he's going to give you.
That's it.
You got to come through to find out the rest of the haunt and find out the rest of him.
There's quite a bit of surprises there and there.
I know I'm going to get messed with so bad.
Between me and Jeremy.
I know.
Alone.
We're going to be dying, I think. I think we're going to get murdered. I think he's going to murder us when we go through.
Hey, I have your spots picked out.
Oh, God. I'm going to go incognito. I'm going to wear something that you would never expect me to wear.
A Pink Panther onesie.
I don't know, maybe. No, because you said it. It's got to be something you don't know. Maybe I'll dress as a trash can.
Yeah, or dress up as, I don't know.
A bush, and I'll hide in the woods. I'm gonna cut down some bushes and tie it all to me. And then just be a moving, when somebody sees me, I'll stop. And then when you're not looking, I'll get up and run. And then when look, I'm sure I'm going to miss working the haunts.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely, one, needed the break. Two, like you heard, I don't know if you heard me with the shows coming up. There's some cool things.
Yeah, you lucky bastard.
What?
You're going to perform with Luigi Mac?
Yep.
And I can't go. You asshole.
Hey, there's...
I know. I get to do it with first Jason, so...
Yeah, you get to be first Jason. And matter of fact, Fury's in the Philippines. But I'm going to go pick up Ether and then bring him and then take him back.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have a car anymore.
Oh, Jesus.
Someone crashed it. And it's not who you would think.
Okay.
I'm not...
You can tell me later.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. And, but yeah, yeah, so I talked to Ether. We're going to do a bunch of songs together. I'm going to do some of mine because I get a 30-minute set, so it is going to rock it. So let's pull up the news. Enough of this babbling. Oh, is that your... That looks familiar. That looks like the church facade from last year. Is it? Huh, okay. Well, hey. Hey, you
Only
got
difference is tomorrow we gotta finish painting up there.
It's not bad, though. It looks good.
Yeah, for me and Ryan doing it. Having Ryan go up on the ladder for a while.
Oh, God.
And then I got up on the ladder and fell off.
Dude, you just need to be wrapped. This guy needs to be wrapped in a bubble at all times. Like, all times.
I was stepping from the third to second rung.
Yeah.
And my foot got caught and ran.
This dude's always falling. Like, I don't get it. Why?
And it's just me. I'm a klutz.
Gravity does not like you.
No, it don't.
It always wants you on the ground.
So, yeah, I've been painting all day. That's where I came from.
Oh, the haunt? Oh.
Yeah, Ashley's mom's pod came in today, so that's where she was.
Oh, they're unpacking.
Yeah.
Now, did they go to the new house? Or
Yeah, the new house.
Did they get in the house yet? Yeah, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know how that...
Yeah.
Well, hey.
So that's where Ashley was that's where she is now.
Well,
She dropped
she
me
get
off.
what?
She dropped me off the car, and I stayed up there and did things on my own.
Well, you know what? You got... she gets her mommy time.
I get my haunty time.
Yep. Now you get your friend time.
Now I got my Joshy Poo time.
Woohoo! Joshy Poo time!
We have friends till the end.
Yep. That's why I bought the shirt. Well, because he was like looking at the merch, and then for some reason, like even for me, it was hard finding shirts.
And this was the shirt that I actually really did like.
Yeah, because like he saw some merch, like pictures that I did, and he's like, "Hey, can you grab me one of them?" And then I was like, "Yeah," because this dude always hooks me up all the time, even when you don't ask him. He's just a good dude. This is how he is. So I was like, and then he's like, "How much do I owe you?" I'm like, "Fuck you, dude! Like you don't owe me nothing. Here's his shirt."
Well.
But it was tough finding, even for me, because you know me, I usually come home with a million T-shirts.
Yeah.
And... Oh, and then
That's no.
Yeah, I was able to get this because if you look on the back, yeah, look, we'll do show and tell. This is from HHN, the Exorcist shirt. Says that's just not it, but then there's the. I don't know. Can you see it in the shit?
Yeah.
And that's the back of it.
I like that with the
demon devil.
demons.
Whatever. It's weird, like when you go through the Exorcist house, like I was saying.
You know what we gotta do, right?
What's that?
Speaking of horror movies and stuff, when Saw comes out, me, you, and Jeremy gotta go watch it.
Oh, I know. I want to see it. They said
because we know the two girls don't want to watch it.
Yeah, Jess isn't really a huge fan of it. I mean, I mean, she would go, but she's not really a huge fan. But I did read something today that they went back to the old gritty style of the first two movies,
which is the best part.
Yeah. So, but people are kind of like. I don't know. The movies have kind of fallen off over the years. And some people, we just wanted John back, you know. We wanted John Kramer back. So, I don't know. Are there any Saw fans out there? Because this is going to be the next segue for a shitty...
Fright Fest.
Yeah, so... so, at Six Flags Magic Mountain, both of the IP haunts are on hold. They're delayed. I don't know why.
I wonder why.
There's a lot of speculation. My, to be funny, speculation is Warner Brothers probably went in to the Conjuring and went, this looks like shit.
You gotta fix it.
Because, look,
we all know Six Flags sucks with IPs, so.
They suck, period, with Fright Fest.
Yeah, they do.
Like, my granddaughter's 5 months old, and I don't think it would scare her. At all. And I'm not trying to be a douche. It's just, whoever they have running Fright Fest has no friggin' clue what they're doing. Now, I get it. Six Flags does not have Universal money. I mean, Universal spends $25 million plus a year. Per year. Not like all together. Per year to do their event. The budget changes around, but it's around $25 million. So, for Halloween Horror Nights, they can really go out of their way and do stuff. Six Flags doesn't have... Yeah, exactly, Jake. Yeah. They don't have the money for the IP houses. I say this about mom and pop haunts. I say this about theme parks or any big haunt. If you cannot do the IP correctly, do not do it. Because you're going to look like a fucking idiot.
Damn right.
And I know some haunts that do that, and they look like fucking idiots. Because if you cannot make it look just like the movie, like Universal does, do not even attempt it.
Exactly.
Just be original and do some cool shit. Because originality, you can spend more money and you're not tied. Because there's a lot of speculation about what happened with the Chucky house, right? Nobody knows for sure. They're never going to tell you.
No, they're not.
But here's the rumor talk. I may have talked about this. If not, this is what's being talked about. So if everybody remembers for Halloween Horror Nights, and don't worry, we'll get back to the Six Flags. This has to do with something. Last year, they announced Chucky. Before Halloween Horror Nights was even over, they announced that the Chucky house was coming this year. First house announced. Then, all of a sudden, the house changed. It wasn't even the announcement that what they announced. Totally different. Mm-hmm. So here's the rumor. Netflix wanted Stranger Things 4 to be front and center. You look at the park map. You look at all their marketing. What's up? What's the thing that's in the forefront?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Not Chucky, not nobody else. Not even Universal Monsters.
And that's
their own thing. Stranger Things, Netflix said, you want Stranger Things? This is the way it's got to be. And they said that they wanted to be the only TV show themed haunt. So that's why when you go through the haunt, and if you look at the behind the screams, you can see stuff from movies, and because it's based on Chucky 2, 3, and the TV show. Yeah. It could not solely be about the TV show.
No. And that's what sucks, because they probably could have would have been sick if they would have did this TV show stuff.
Yeah, so back to Six Flags and Magic Mountain, I don't know what's going on.
No.
There's rumors that they're delaying them. I heard one of them is going to get delayed to mid-October because...
Then why even have it?
Yeah, something like that, so they don't ruin the movie. And that has to do with this. This is the new movie coming out.
Yeah.
The Exorcist Believer. They had a whole house with shit from the movie in it. It kind of lost me because I haven't seen the movie. I'm sure when I see the movie, things will be like, ah!
And I'm probably guessing the one that's going to be delayed is going to be Saw.
No, they both are, Conjuring and...
But I'm saying the latest is going to end up being
Why?
Saw.
When's that coming out?
Well, Saw is coming out next week.
Oh, isn't that the same thing? No, 2 weeks for
Conjuring.
Exorcist.
Or is the Conjuring coming out late?
No, the Conjuring's not coming out till like next year.
That's weird.
Yeah, so I don't know, but they're delayed for whatever reason. But they put out about Conjuring that it's delayed. So my thinking, to be funny, I guess, is Warner Brothers... Because when you do an IP house, somebody from that company is going to do a walkthrough to approve or deny. I think it got denied. Now, I don't have any answers for sure. I don't know, but that's just what I'm thinking of. And that's why it's like you got to be careful. Magic Mountain doesn't have the money to do The Conjuring or Saw the right way. So neither does any other Six Flags that's doing Saw or The Conjuring or whatever the hell they're doing. If you can't open it with day one of Fright Fest, you got a problem. A big problem.
Yeah.
Either you messed up and you couldn't get it okayed, or you're just an idiot.
Did something stupid.
Yeah, something's not right. I don't know what it is.
I don't either.
Because look, there's no excuse about the Saw thing if they can do it.
Yeah.
Why can't Saw do it?
Exactly.
Because they purposely made it so it didn't spoil major things. It was basically what you saw in a trailer.
Unless they are having issues with how gory it can be. Because you know how California is about offending people.
Well, not necessarily. Well, yeah and no. The problem with California with Six Flags, they're close by to Universal. Mm-hmm. They're close by to Disney.
Yeah.
So that's why their Justice League is different than all the rest. Theirs is a little longer, like a smidge longer, because it has more in it. Because it has
more
to.
Better looking too.
It's pretty much the same thing. It's not really too much different, but it's to compete with Disney and Universal. So that park will get a little bit more flavor in the terms of more money, but not much. So, yeah, I mean, New England didn't get those houses because we're going to go over because they finally put up the haunted house, scare zones, treats, and everything. I got the email today and I looked at it and
so then.
And so.
We can compare which one's going to suck.
All of it. All of it.
I'm going on Columbus Day weekend, sadly.
Well, because when you look at, like, I'll even scare zones alone, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Six Flags New England, one of the best one of my favorite scare zones they had was down Main Street when it was
Reno's
a slaughterhouse. Hey, what's up, Reno?
What's up?
What's up, Reno? He released a song the other day with McNasty and a fallen brother from the horror Menacide. They did this song. It's an excellent song. It's an excellent song. If you just click out Jay Reno, I forgot the name of it off the top of my head. Reno, if you're listening, if you want to drop the name of the song.
Go ahead.
I forgot the name of it, but I listened to it. I was like, wow, it was great. You know what I mean? It was great to hear that song. I mean, I didn't really know him personally like you did, Reno, but I've talked to him in the past here and there. You know what I mean? But it's just sad. You know what I mean? Like, he died a couple of years ago, or a year ago, or two, I forgot. But, you know, I didn't really know him personally, but I knew him. And I did talk to him every now and then. You know, it sucks that we can't talk to him anymore, but he lives on through the music, so that's what's cool. That's like the greatest gift. Like, even after I die,
music,
and you die because you're all over it. So people will still, the realest MF, that's the name of the song. So, I mean, even Reno and all us musicians and stuff, our legacy lives on way past we die. So, even when I die, even if you hate me and you want to kick me in the face or something, you can go listen to a song that's angry and be like, I'm pretending I'm kicking Giggles in the face. You know? But yeah, nah, Reno, you and you can, I mean, I haven't talked to McNasty in a bit. Matter of fact, speaking of McNasty, I gotta bring it on the show one time. Me and McNasty have a history. A good history, nothing bad. We were both on the same label back in 2001. We were both on Riders Records way back in the day together. And he actually designed and printed the first Giggles t-shirts. And I still have, and the baseball jersey shirt.
Yep.
It's not a jersey, but it's a t-shirt. It looks like a pinstripe. I have them hanging in my closet still to this day. He even did a bandana, and I have it somewhere in a bin. It's a green, and he did this bubble. I still
have the other Dr. Giggle shirt you gave me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's...
Well, in the box, the mystery box.
Yeah. I mean, I've never worked with McNasty. I don't think he liked me enough to work with me, maybe. I don't know. I mean, he was cool. Like, we never had a beef or nothing. Like, I like McNasty. I don't have a bad thing to say about that dude. I just, back then, I don't know why we never worked together. Like, same thing, like, I remember Crossworm. I used to love Crossworm back in the day. I think he was on Riders way, like, when he came out, I think he was on Riders, too, when I was leaving Riders. Because I know he used to fuck with Riders back in the day. So, I don't know. But anyway, so let's, enough of me talking bibbity-bobbity booping. And, this is a long one, so let's do it. Epic Universe got an update from the CEO. Yeah, so, because all we know about is Super Mario Brothers. So, he didn't go, like, firing off lands and stuff, but he gave us some updates on this park. Like, this park is going to blow minds after I read this, because, like, when you think about it, it gets you excited. I've never been actually, like, I'm starting to get really excited about this park.
I'm dying to see how that coaster is.
Which one?
The,
Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
Because I know they got a dual launching one.
I see how it is.
Yeah, so we've seen, I mean, a lot of this stuff.
The dual launch is going to be good.
Yeah, the racing coaster or whatever. But so for someone like Jay Reno, I don't even know if Reno's from Canada. I don't even know if he's ever been to Universal or not. But for someone like that, so everything going on in Epic, there's construction. So people rent helicopters and stuff, and they fly over, and they take pictures and videos and stuff of the construction going on in this park. Because the park itself is not, Universal's not putting anything out. So,
it's the worst.
It's the best, worst kept secret, because we're seeing everything unfolding, and you're seeing the lands coming together. So, unofficially, well, officially, there's Super Mario Land, like in Cali in Japan. They even say 4 themed lands in this. I know, so that's 1. We know Harry Potter is 2. Universal Monsters is 3.
Why do they have to have another Harry Potter land?
Because that's what saved their ass. That's their bread and butter. Like, when was the last time you've been to Universal? Was it before Harry Potter?
Yeah.
All right, so let me let me break it down quickly before we get into this mess, right? So, it's been a long time since you've been. Now, when you go now, they pimp out like a whore Harry Potter. Like, you can get regular wands that do nothing. You can get interactive wands and you go zippity bibbity bobbity boo in a store window or something. Shit happens. Most of the stuff is geared to Harry Potter. Big lands. Very immersive lands, and it makes you really feel you're there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you go to Disney. You really feel like you're in Star Wars land or in Toy Story.
Yeah, the
or,
immersiveness.
Yeah, you're immersed into it. So imagine like the Harry Potter, but a whole park of multiple lands that immersive.
That's going to be crazy, though.
Yeah, so like, I mean...
But again, I
could give two shits about Harry Potter.
I do, too.
I mean, if you like Harry Potter, people, enjoy it. People love the books. People love the movies.
Hell, they can
The first movie is okay. I can deal with the first movie. Beyond that, no. The movies get progressive, to me, my opinion, progressively worse. Like, I don't know. I mean, hey, there's some people out there, like my baby mama, loves Harry Potter. She loves everything about it. I just don't. Now, see, The Simpsons are going to be leaving. Unless they strike a deal with Disney, but it's going to be leaving. And I don't know what Disney's going to do with The Simpsons, but when that contract expires, I think in 28, I think it is, I don't think Disney's going to re-up that. I don't think they're going to want, and that's fine because that ride needs to go. It's painful, it sucks, and it's terrible. It's just a very bad ride. I mean, it used to be cool when it was Back to the Future, but it's the same ride system, and it's old, and it's dated, and it needs a whole... I'm not into simulator rides like that. Same thing, like I could care less about the Minion, either or Minions rides. I could care less about Jimmy Fallon, anything that's a simulator ride like that. I want to move around. I want to see things. I don't want to be in front of a screen. I think it's dumb. You know? Yeah, it's money for Universal. It's a printing press. That's what it is for Universal. Harry Potter is a printing press. So let me read the stuff to you, and then you guys, after I read this, let me know if it excites you anymore. I mean, while I'm reading this, put in the comments if you're even excited about Epic, or you don't give a shit about Epic. Is there something in particular about Epic? I mean, granted, this park's in Florida. It's not New England, but I go to Universal a lot. Everybody knows that. I'm going back in November. I just came back. I'm going back. So, but anyway, so it says, the CEO was speaking at a Bank of America Media Communications Entertainment Conference. Woodbury said the new park is the most technologically advanced park yet for Universal. This park will also usher in the use of facial recognition, photo validation technology that would allow guests to have a frictionless experience at this park, as well as at the company's other parks in Orlando. It's the most technological advanced park we've done, and it speaks to both attractions themselves. The next generation of robotics, drone technology, all the way through the guest experience. The full guest journey is really being taken to a whole new level. The park itself will comprise 4 themed lands that are based on powerful, trip-driven intellectual property. One, which has already been announced, will be Nintendo Land, which will have a bigger footprint in Florida than it does in Japan and in Hollywood. So it's going to be even bigger than Japan's.
Yeah, which is going to be amazing to see.
Yeah, Disney is going to tax Universal when it's time to re-sign the rights. Universal's going to pull away from Disney and that. Yeah, Supreme Court. You know what I would love to see? I would love to see something that they have not, a property that they have not put in, take over Simpsons. Yeah. Something new. I'm saying block it off so nobody put the walls all around and rip it all down and come up with, redesign the land, because like, I'm under the suspicion, right? You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but the Animal Act Alive thing, I thought that was supposed to close.
I thought so too.
It's still open. It was open when we were there.
I thought that was supposed to
close. I thought it was closed or about to close. I don't know. But I'm saying, make whatever this new land start there, where that building is, because right next to that is the Simpsons land. You got your taco truck, and you got all the food and all the
fun stuff.
Yeah, and they got the 2 rides, Twirl and Hurl, and then they got the Simpsons ride. So, and to tell you the truth, I don't know what property. But Universal's got a lot. And the Universal Studio side is more theme crazier to movies. I mean, you got Adventure, Islands of Adventure. It's got Kong, it's got Jurassic Park, it's got Marvel, but it's adventure stuff. Then you get the studios, which is like being, in the studio, like in Hollywood. You got Hollywood Boulevard, and you got New York. These are like filming locations. So, Animal Actor in Universal Hollywood is the one that closed. Okay.
That would be why.
Thank you, Grobble, for that. And he also said earlier, Magic Mountain Justice League didn't even open this year. He believes it was closed as of mid-June when he visited. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Well, for now, I think Fear Factor is being specially kept for Halloween Horror Nights for the show there. The Nightmare Fuel. I mean, you could put it anywhere, but I mean, that is the perfect stage and setup for that show. I wouldn't get rid of that anytime soon.
No.
I know it's earmarked in the future to go, and they're going to expand Harry Potter to it, but they need to stop with the Harry Potter shit.
They need to stop moving towards other movie franchises that they don't.
Yeah, you can't.
Because not for nothing, I know you're gonna probably go to this idea, but they could actually make a complete land of the Fast series.
Somebody had actually mentioned that,
and that would be a cool idea.
But then you have to get rid of the Fast and Furious ride.
Yeah,
because it's not gonna.
And
we don't want Universal to become Six Flags. You have different same lands on opposite ends of the park.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Eventually, get rid of that piece of crap ride. Make a whole entire land of Fast series, because you can make it L.A. and then you can make it in Tokyo, and then you can make the craziness of everything in the other movies. Because overseas, there's multiple things overseas. There's, what was it, Fast 3 or 4 were in Mexico, and then one was in Buenos Aires. Brazil.
I only watched the first one, and I never went back.
Because they can definitely make different lands and because you can have the different characters walk around.
Well, here's my thing. As we all know, I like some of the Harry Potter rides. This has to do with this. So even though I hate the movies, I enjoy the rides. I didn't enjoy Fast and Furious because that was the wrong ride system to put for the ride.
Yeah.
It should have been like what they're doing in Hollywood and make it like a race. Make it like a race coaster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A launch race coaster.
They can do two different types of freaking race coasters. They can do an actual launch coaster, be like a drag strip race one, and then street race one where it's like all the bank curves.
I mean, it can be kind of, a better version of like West Coast races.
Yeah.
Like they could have, I would be okay with that. I don't care
I'd be fine with that myself.
I don't care that it's themed to. I don't want people thinking like I hate it because they hate it. I don't like the movie, but I'm not an asshole, and I'm not gonna ride this because I don't like the movie.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of guy. Like, my least favorite Harry Potter ride, Gringotts Bank. I think it's a piece of shit. But that's my opinion. There's people that love it. And if you love it, enjoy. I heard that, Grobble, that Universal might be interested in buying Port Adventure in Spain.
If they do that, that's definitely a good spot for a whole Fast franchise, because they use a lot of Spain in their filming.
Yeah, but that's for Port Adventure is in Spain.
I know, but
you mean putting the Fast and Furious in there? Because Universal, I believe, Grobble, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Universal used to own that park back in the day and then sold it. I think that's what somebody was telling me. I could be totally wrong and misunderstood what they said, but I was under the impression that Universal had owned it, sold it, and now they want to buy it back. That's... Well, no, I understand that, but Fast and Furious, Lindsay, needs to be a racing coaster of some type. It needs to be.
And the one in California, we know is they're getting the racing coaster. Only thing is, Universal in Orlando, they need to change that ride. They need something.
Yeah, I mean, even the higher ups and on the board, they regret making that ride. So, if I was Universal, well, first of all,
probably on the chopping block already, and they're already trying to.
They got to figure out like, hey, we got to We got to get Epic open, and then they're gonna.
It'd be cool if they did.
And I'm also hearing a rumor about expansion for Epic, Lord of the Rings.
That would be a good. That would actually be a friggin' area I would go to, because I'm a Lord of the Rings fan.
Yeah, so,
oddly enough, I love Lord of the Rings, but I hate Harry Potter.
See, I hate both.
It's weird. And then
like my son Devin loves Lord of the Rings.
Same thing with Hunger Games. I love Hunger Games.
I've never seen it. Not yet. Eventually I'll get to it.
It would be cool if they ever did, well, no, WB, who owns Divergent?
I don't know.
Because that would be a nice land that they can do.
I don't even know what that, I've heard of the movie, but I don't even know what it's about.
It's basically they come to find out it's a scientific, experiment.
Oh, anyway, let me finish reading this stupid. I went off on a tangent here. Anyway, so the 4 lands will surround a central hub, which will be a lush landscape with attractions, food service. And it said it will differ from others and bring the park back into theme parks. Also, like green areas and stuff. You know what they're doing? They're gunning for the Williamsburg Busch Gardens Award for most beautiful park. That's what they hit. That's what the Universal had a 40% stake back when. Oh, okay. And they used to operate it for someone else. See, I knew they had their hand in it. I just didn't know.
You know, we haven't heard anything else on what's going on with the Universal in Texas.
Yeah, they're going through all the permit process and all that stuff. So, and I know that the locals are throwing a bitch fit about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then it said in creating the park, Universal drew upon its existing immersive experiences, such as Harry Potter World, and looked for a way to extend the amount of time visitors spend cumulatively in the parks at Orlando. The goal at Epic, in addition to Universal Studios Florida, Islands of Adventure, and Volcano Bay Water Park, and the City Walk, is to get visitors to stay a full week.
So they're forcing people. It's not that they're forcing. They're coming to the point where if you want to do everything, you gotta stay the week.
Yeah, well, because they've realized. Yeah, see, this it says that became an opportunity for us to look at how we expand visitation to the Orlando market that would garner us a full week vacation. Right now, we get a good 3 days.
Yeah, so they're trying to expand to make it so where you have to stay a week to see everything or do everything.
Yep, and then. It says Universal is also adding 2,000 more hotel rooms for Epic. The park will have unprecedented hotel integration into the park's experience. A fleet of electric buses will transport guests to the site, which is about 3 miles from Universal's North Campus in Florida. So that's the whole Epic thing. So there's not a lot of tidbits, but there's a little few exciting tidbits, little
nuances.
Yeah, that's there to kind of get you excited, you know? And that's what that is what I'm excited about. Because, look, when Disney doesn't have to do, well, now they do. And that's going to be the next segue into the next thing. Because you know that has to do with Epic.
Yes. So,
but I think and especially like I was talking before, we would talk about the Donkey Kong roller coaster. Right, there's missing track, bent, mangled track with space in between it. It's not like it's a continuous track. Well, it jumps the track. Well, how is it going to jump the track, you ask? If you followed the construction photos of when they were showing them,
you can see it.
There's a track on the side that you can't really see that good, but there's a track, and so it's going to be riding the side, not fit. I mean, it is, but it isn't really attached to the top. It's attached to the side to give you the illusion that you're jumping a track, even though you're not. But it makes
it's going to have that fun illusion.
You mean like the first time it happened, people are like, "Oh shit, what happened? Why? Oh, where did the track go?"
I wonder if they're going to make it like a little jarry to make it feel like
I mean, they could.
That's what I'm wondering if they're gonna.
Well, because think about it. When you look at the construction photos, you see the continuous track on the side that's going around, and you see it looks like the track's jumped up high. So this thing's got to extend up high somehow. I don't know how it does it, but
it does it.
But I don't know if there's like an arm that.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for this thing to break down 5,000 times a day. That's a very technologically advanced roller coaster.
that's gonna have a problem at some point or another. You know it. That first year of running, everybody's gonna be bitching.
Yeah, the fucking thing don't work. I've spent all this money and I can't
But
even run the thing.
you know, once they're finished doing everything, and before they're gonna probably run that until it basically opens.
Well, what they're going to do, and people that I know that work at the parks, they don't know when it's officially opening, but they think by the end of next year that park is going to be done.
Yeah.
And they're going to do soft opening. It's not officially open, and somehow you get in there. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know. Once I find out what's going on, I'll talk to my buddies to figure out how I get there. I will pay a friend to bring
get
me.
in there.
I will pay them.
Bring me with you.
I will pay.
I just want to be in that Super Mario Land. That's it.
Well, I want to do Universal Monsters.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you see what they're doing for the monsters though?
Yeah, they got a spinny Wolfman coaster. They're doing a ride like the Hagrid's Castle, but I think it's Dracula or Frankenstein. I don't know which one.
I know the restaurant is going to basically be the windmill that's on fire.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's going to be cool to see. And the fire is going to stay going, too.
Yep. Hey, there's a lot of cool things. Yeah, they just got to work it out. And look, this is a whole new park. So things are going to be breaking left and right as they're working the kinks out. Mm-hmm. So, like we always say when a new ride opens, be a little patient. And if you're really worried about things not opening, don't go right away. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people are like, I got to get this so I can get everything on video first so I can get all the views. And yeah. All the bloggers, and I don't care if I'm not there day one. I don't care. I just want to go.
I just want to see what it looks like, especially the Super Mario Land. That's the thing that's got me like, oh shit.
Because you know me, I'm gonna be a sucker and buy the $50 Mario watch to break my wrist on the
yeah,
cubes.
we're gonna be hopping.
Bing, 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 bing. You know, and that's okay. How to Train Your Dragon, I could take or leave it, but I'm intrigued because I like the movies. Mm-hmm. Harry Potter, I could give two shits about.
Monsters is where it's at, too.
So. For me, Monsters and Mario are my thing. Now, that central hub they talked about is kind of like generic. From what I'm hearing, like a space theme. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know exactly, because we don't know.
No.
They haven't announced shit. I don't know why they don't announce nothing. Like, what's wrong?
It'd be cool if they actually had, like, a Split. You know that movie Split?
Split. It's familiar. I can't remember.
Basically, it came out with, there's Glass and Split.
Oh, yeah, with Samuel Jackson.
That would be a cool little... kind of like...
Yeah, but here's the thing. While that would be cool, I haven't seen the movies, but I heard they're phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. They are.
if you notice what Universal puts in their parks, they're big name franchise. Like, I'm talking like...
the super
major ones, because that's what... And if you notice, they keep everything towards the family friendly. Like, I was shocked that they were doing Universal Monsters, because that's horror. Like, I know those movies aren't really, like, crazy scary.
What could be another land that they extend to is, like, the Trolls area.
Well, I think Trolls are going to be going to where Woody Woodpecker is. I think that's where Trolls are going. Because I got this funny feeling, right? And I don't know how many of you agree with this that have been to Universal. When you go to Islands Adventure, you go through Toon Lagoon. That thing is dated as fuck. And nobody knows who half of them characters are.
And that's going to end up...
I think it's going to be a DreamWorks. Like, yeah. You know how you got Harry Potter? Well, DreamWorks
is going to be the next...
Yeah, they'll just do it, like, because they're going to have How to Train Your Dragon and Epic. Mm. Well, if you go over there, you can have Kung Fu Panda. Mm-hmm. And then, but I think they're doing, like, Trolls and Shrek and a few other little DreamWorks by E.T.
Yeah.
Where Woody Woodpecker was. So they're doing some stuff over there.
Because Trolls is actually, they can do a ton, with the last Trolls movie, and now with the new one that's going to be coming out, they can definitely, like, add a whole entire
The only way you're getting me on a Trolls ride, and I don't give a shit what anybody says, is if that friggin' troll is fought in glitter on your way out. That's if it doesn't.
He's the perfect one for you, too.
If he is not fought in confetti, I am not riding the Trolls ride. Sorry.
Isn't that Seal Green or something?
I never seen the movie, so I don't know.
I forget.
But I know they had in Universal Studios when the movie came out, they had troll characters, and it was farting glitter at people. So that's what I want to... The only way I'm riding a Trolls ride is if it farts on me. That's it. Anyway, so when I was talking about the next thing with Disney, they're going to be spending... Now, let me pull an article up here. Give me a second. Let me just do this real quick. And, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I just seen it. Over here. Where is it? Oh, here we go. All right. So, now because of Epic and everything, Disney is going to spend, over the next 10 years, $60 billion. But that's not just the parks. That's, let me see. I'm just trying to read this article here. So basically, I mean, you know, like a lot of the things that you heard about, we were talking about last week, the different, you know, the Animal Kingdom upgrades and everything. So they're going to be doing this stuff between cruise ships, all different Disney park, not just America parks, but, you know, Disneyland Paris, you know, California, Florida, you know, the cruise ships. They're going to be spending crazy money over the next 10 years to update it. You know, they got over 1,000 acres that they can use, they said, to upgrade stuff. So there's a lot they could do. It's just, but I'm telling you, this is all coming down the pipeline because of, well, especially for Florida, for Epic. And I honestly think...
He's the one that's the voice of him.
I've seen that guy before. I don't know what I've seen him in.
What do you want to call it? He was in
That's a good one.
Big Bang Theory.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've seen a few episodes. I didn't watch that faithfully, but I've seen some. I couldn't get over the main guy. It was too nerdy for me.
Yeah, Sheldon. He's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I didn't really care for him too much.
The new Trolls is supposed to have the NSYNC in there too. New NSYNC. Officially, the rebrand of
somebody
NSYNC.
trying to call me? Yeah, fuck you, dude. You don't call me at 8 o'clock at night for work. I don't give a fuck who you are. The stores are closing. What are you calling me for?
Can't shut your lights off.
This is too bad. I'm in the middle of a podcast. I shut my phone off to work as of 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't give a shit about anybody in California. Get there earlier or I'll check it in the morning. Don't care. What was I going with now? What was I talking about? I don't remember. Anyway, so back in with the... I think out of that $60 billion, I think they're going to open a new park in Florida.
Yeah.
They're not going to use all 1,000 acres. They'll probably use 300.
Some.
They'll use 300.
Yeah, just to screw
Yeah,
Florida over again.
Yeah, they'll do it because and they need to because of the capacity, but people aren't coming anymore. I've been reading articles like Disney's becoming a ghost town.
Yeah,
because nobody wants to pay the prices. Disney has finally hit their. Well, let's see what this douchey Kanushi wants. What should be like an emergency?
Hello, this is Man from Obsidian. So tomorrow we're trying to go to JCPenney in Jacksonville at the Avenues. We're going to try to install...
Oh, so they're calling to let me know they're going tomorrow.
Alright.
All right, cool. I don't have to worry about it. I could barely understand that guy or girl or whoever it was. Oh, so see, Gravel says Disney profits are coming from parks and cruises, thus they are investing more. Linear TV/cable is declining. Streaming will lose money for 2 or 3 or more years. For the best case scenario, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, they should be investing in the parks,
especially the cruise lines, because the cruise lines
they don't even have a lot of ships.
No, but they're selling out left and right like hotcakes.
And I know one of the ships is leaving out of Boston either now or soon. I don't know which one, but I'm definitely going to look and see. The problem is I can't, when it comes to, because I booked a cruise for March. I can't, I don't know. I think it's just the cheap ass in me. I can't justify spending the Disney cruise prices on a cruise when I can pay way over less than half.
Yeah.
Well, more. I can pay more than half off going on Carnival.
And enjoying yourself more.
Yeah, I mean, because
Don't get me wrong, Disney cruises are nice, but going on Carnival, going on even the, what do you want? What's the other one?
there's Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean.
There's what's the one that has the go-kart tracks? Norwegian.
You can go on those for a hell of a lot more cheaper than Disney, and you can enjoy yourself more.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. I just responded to this guy, so he stops hitting my phone up.
Now see, he's not lying about being so busy.
Yeah, see? We scheduled to replace the relay tomorrow for JCPenney, Jacksonville. I'll call you in the morning to cycle the new relay and verify it's working. I'm free after 10 a.m. No, I actually have calls in the morning.
I know. I'm not laughing about that.
Oh, what?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just like, okay, I'm free after 10 a.m.
Oh, that's the way I said it. I was like, very like...
That's why I'm laughing.
It's like I'm talking to him like, hey, dummy, I'm not free until 10 a.m. No, I'm not going to Florida. There's a guy that's replacing a part in the Jacksonville store, and then he's going to call me, and from my computer here, I can see from here, from this computer over here, you can't see. I can literally at any time of the day go and turn JCPenney's lights on and off anytime I want, and there's nothing to stop me.
And you already showed me how.
I've done it.
We've done it together.
Yeah, I've gone and turned all their lights off and then turn them right back on. I've done it. I've put stores in the black just to see if I could do it, because I have the master override.
I miss those days in the office.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, when we had an actual office, he'd stop by probably every other day, about that. I mean, some weeks he was there every day.
Because I had nothing else to do.
Yeah, while people were shopping, I've turned the lights right off. Bam!
And then get a phone call.
Hey, the lights went off and back on. What's going on? And then, bing! I get a work order for money. Hey, look, I would love to be Florida bound again and go back to HHN, but I gotta save my money. I'm going back to Universal in November for the Orlando Informer event. Oh. You can change it, and I can check it afterward. This fucking guy. Why can't you look like a normal person before 5 p.m.? You're on the East Coast. People having dinner. People sleeping. People doing their wives or their husbands or whatever they're doing. Like, why would you call me at 8 o'clock at night? I am not a 24-hour...
Hell, some people on the East Coast are sitting there watching Masked Singer right now.
I just can't. All right, so the weird news in the Magic Kingdom. A bear was on the loose. Good.
A bear?
A bear! Like a real one, not a fake Disney character. A real bear.
Okay.
Now, it said an unusual event took place morning that forced management to keep half the park closed during the early morning